Yo, yo, yo,
Yo, it's HoodThreat here to ignite your brain. We've got stories of war and beats to explain. Inhumane loves feathers, wings that soar, while young dead spits fire you can't ignore. Unfiltered, raw, and straight to your head. Two voices.
Welcome back to HoodThreat Unfiltered, episode 3. Today I'm here with my boy Chase Coleman, Face to God, and Young Dead. I'm excited for everybody to get to meet y'all. I appreciate y'all threats to the hood. Alright, so the first question, Chase, that I have for you today is what is the name of your band and how did you guys name it?
The name of our group is
Yeah.
What Haunts Us.
All I can give is a 911 call. Tell your cousin that I wish him well. Tell him that he can carry my casket. I'm too far gone. The pain I've caused. Live with weight. Look you in the face.
Okay, what is that how it's on all platforms? What haunts us?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's What Haunts Us at all platforms. Yep, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever you listen to shit, that's where you'll find us.
How'd you guys come up with the name?
Brody, the guy that does like clean vocals and stuff. I guess you would say kind of dual vocals because like it just depends on the track. He's got some scream stuff, some clean stuff. I do
Right.
both as well. He can correct me if I'm wrong. I think when we had the conversation about it, he was talking about like doing like paranormal ghost hunting shit, like some
Okay.
fucking Ghostbuster shit,
Yeah.
and we were just like, yo, that sounds dope. Let's just go with that.
So you guys are on tour, right? If I've heard correctly, right?
We are not currently on tour. We've got our first show lined up for July 5th
Okay.
here in Jonesboro. Hoping to do some touring later in the year. Probably October, November.
Okay, cool.
Gotcha. So what's the lead up process? Like, how do you prepare for that? Because like that's nerve wracking even for me. You know what I mean?
Bro, how do you deal with that? How do you get ready for something that big?
So for me, what helps the most is like I do a lot of stretching, probably an hour before the show.
Okay.
Get everything loose.
HoodThreat.
Get my mind right, and I always have a hot toddy, some whiskey and honey, and lemon. Helps my throat.
There's your secret, Dave.
Helps my throat.
Whoa, wait. What?
Before going all out.
HoodThreat.
Have a couple of drinks.
That's scary.
All right, bro.
Hell yeah, that's fire.
So who is the most famous artist you've ever met? It could be any genre, just in general. Who would you say the most famous artist you've met was?
I met Lil Wayne at the Complex in St. Louis in 2015.
No way.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, that's
Yeah.
fire.
Nah. What was it like, bro? Now we need the tea on that one. You met Lil Wayne?
Yeah, I got some VIP tickets.
Was that the concert he got shot at too? 2015?
No, that wasn't the one that I was at. I want to say that was on his home turf. I think that was in Atlanta.
Okay, yeah, it might have been.
I think it was around the same time though,
I was about to
2014,
say, that was like the
2015,
same.
something like that.
What was it like
Same
meeting
time
him, bro?
frame. Dude, he's cool as fuck.
Did you get to smoke with him? What happened?
Oh no, I wish. No, we just kind of hung out for a little bit. Had a couple drinks, and then he had to get back to get ready before the show. It was like a meet and greet thing before the show.
What?
That's fire.
Bro,
That's
of
fire.
all the names I was thinking you were, what? Lil Wayne? Dog, what?
Yeah,
bro?
That's crazy, bro. What would you say the most notable thing about his personality was to you? Like, what stuck out about him?
He just like the way he can command an entire room like he's fucking 7 feet tall is insane for someone that's like 5'5".
Did he like give you any like advice or anything about the industry or anything like that?
He just told me to chase it no matter what, to not let anything get in the way.
Yeah,
Dang,
Hell yeah,
that's
hell
some
yeah.
good advice, man.
bro, that's some shit you would never forget. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? That's
For sure.
what, bro. Lil Wayne, that's
that's insane.
I did not know that. This
Yeah,
is
man.
like I've known you like 10 years and did not know this, bro. What?
We've known each other longer than that, like 15 years
15,
now,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, about 15 years and I did not know this.
I feel like that's some
That's
Yep.
important lore to
crazy,
be
bro.
dropping. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I moved,
You met
because I
Lil Wayne,
moved,
bro?
because I moved
What?
from Paragould South Side area around the end of 2014, and that
Yo,
was like May. That was like May of 15.
that's crazy, bro.
Nah, that's fun. That's honestly amazing, bro. Bro, just
Yeah,
like
that is
casually
fire, bro.
met
What do you mean, bro?
one of the goats.
That
That's wild.
Yeah, right. Like I was honestly thinking, because like I've known Chase, bro, like a long time. I was really thinking he was gonna say somebody from like back in the Memphis in May tours. You know what I mean? Like I would understand that. Like I met Ronnie Radcliffe
I
back
met.
then. That's my
I
biggest
met.
artist that I've
That's
met.
fire.
You know?
That's still fire
We're
though.
talking about like Memphis in May days.
Oh, bro.
I met Tim McWraith from Rise Against at
Nah,
Memphis in May.
That's
flexing,
wild.
bro. I met
That's
Ronnie
wild.
Radcliffe by accident.
How
Did
do
I
you
tell you
meet?
that
Was he a
story?
dick?
What do you mean you
It
met him
kinda
on
was.
accident?
Yeah,
So
I was
I
gonna
went
say
to
he gives off
go.
that energy.
Long story short, I went to go see We Came as Romans, and I don't remember exactly what happened, but We Came as Romans was like, yeah, we're not going to show up. And so Pierce the Veil ended up showing up, and Ronnie Radcliffe also showed up, and he like went through one by one and was like met everybody, but he was like it was super weird because he was like super quick about it, kind of like I don't want to be here, like get out of my face. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So he
yeah.
wasn't like a nice guy, bro. It wasn't like I didn't get to sit and talk to him. He was very much just like, hey, how are you? Get out of here. I'm like, all right.
Just like, thanks for coming out. Get out of my
Yeah,
face.
yeah, pretty much. I didn't go to see him either. I went to see We Came as Romans, and they bailed.
Those
Yeah.
are also
But Pierce
fire
the
too.
Veil was like low key fire back then, so I was not that mad. That was a
Yeah,
dope.
I've seen
That was a
Pierce the
dope
Veil.
ass
I
concert. Either
I
way,
never met any of them, but
it
I've
was
never
a
met any
fire
of those
concert
people,
either
but
way.
I've seen them. They're
That's
pretty sick.
not nearly as cool as meeting Lil Wayne, though, bro. What? What are you talking about, bro?
He was cool.
You should have asked him if he could really do a kickflip. I'm curious.
You really skate though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Because Hobson said you can't. You know.
He said, only when I'm 6 blunts and 2 bottles of lean deep.
Shit, bro. I'm actually glad that Lil Wayne and Gucci both gave up the syrup, bro. You know
Yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
Like Gucci is so much better now that he's not leaned out for real, bro.
Yeah.
The lean era of rap was crazy. It was dope, but it was like, oh, we don't want the youth
That's
listening
killing
to this,
folks
you
though,
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's killing folks more than gunshots are, to be
Oh,
honest.
yeah, no, for sure,
Yeah.
bro. I mean, if you're listening to this, just know we don't condone the use of promethazine or any kind of substance abuse, man. If y'all need help, get help. You know, there's people
Facts.
out there for you, bro.
Facts.
Who would you
Yeah.
say your biggest inspiration in music is?
Easily As Cities Burn, Cody Bonnet.
As Cities Burn is so fire. I don't know if y'all know who they are.
Cody Cody Bonnet is one of my biggest inspirations of all time, for sure, for sure. That dude is a fucking genius. It's crazy to like blend like post-hardcore metalcore with like jazz somehow, but he
Yeah,
fucking does it.
and
Which
then
I guess like
Oh,
growing up in
wild
New Orleans
combination.
does that, but it's just wild. Like nobody sounds like him.
yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's New Orleans culture, you know.
That's
Yeah.
a wild combination. I've
Oh
never
yeah.
heard of them. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
So what other upcoming tours, songs, and events do you have, Chase?
Our second single, Banana Scream Pie, should be available on all platforms. Hopefully May 1st.
Okay.
We're done tracking vocals, guitars, and bass for it. We just got to track drums.
Nice,
So
nice.
once we get that done, hopefully within the next week or so, then we just got to send everything off to be mastered
Okay.
and get it back.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. If you need help with the mastering, just know HoodThreat Records is always available to help you with that as well. Yeah,
of
Hell
course.
yeah, dude.
it's something we can definitely do. You're right. Both of these guys you're speaking to right now. If I could give them a shout out real quick, and then we'll go to the next question. Face is actually a dope sound engineer and great at vocal mixing, and Young Dead is amazing at production. Anything you need beat wise, he can handle it.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
So
I appreciate
if
that.
you guys can't get the drums to sound right, we can engineer the drums in. You know what I mean?
That's sick.
I'm curious, like how complicated is like recording like
Extremely.
metal music, like because like with rap, right? Like
Extremely.
you just put that shit in the computer, right, and then it just makes a sound, right? But like you guys have like to do like live
Yeah,
instrumentals and type shit.
doing a full band is definitely more complicated.
Oh man.
I wouldn't say, at least like from a production standpoint, I would say it's more complicated. I wouldn't necessarily say it's more difficult, like writing wise, because I think, like, especially with hip hop and getting like the bars to flow with the way you want it to, and like writing lyrics, like that is a very difficult process as well. But it's just like, it's more elements that you're dealing with when because you track everything individually. You know, with hip hop, you're tracking vocals and then you're engineering the rest of it pretty much for the most part. But with like rock and metal and things like that, you're tracking vocals, and we have two vocalists, so we got to do my tracking and then do Brody's tracking, and then we have to track each guitar separately, and then bass separately, and drums separately.
Then you have to do the
And
mixing and mastering each of those stems
then the
separately.
mixing and mastering of each of those
It's
stems,
complicated.
and then put it all together and make it work.
From what I've heard in the past, Chase and I used to jam back at the old church back in the day, bro. And I'm telling you, we tried to cover Breaking Benjamin, Diary of Jane, bro. I could tell you, just covering that song was like you needed a professional sound engineer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We killed it.
See, my thing, like,
it is cool now that there's so much more you can do at home than you could in the past.
Oh, for sure.
There's so much more you can do with, Reaper, Logic, any of those platforms that we just didn't have access to.
Oh yeah.
For a long time, because I started writing music in 2005.
Right.
And back then it was like literally like hanging a microphone in the middle of the room and throwing a sock over it to cut out the excess noise, like just ghetto shit.
Plug it into an amplifier, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, that's my thing. Like, I mix, but like I mix like predominantly just like hip hop shit. Like, so vocals is hard enough, and then mixing beats is hard enough, but then live shit like that blows my mind. It's like, I can't even imagine where to start.
Complicated.
So,
it's like, damn.
What is the craziest interaction you've had while touring or doing a show?
Okay.
This is gonna be wild. I just know.
I was at a basement show in Jonesboro, and this was probably 2007, maybe 2008.
Oh, I know you at this time. This is crazy.
I'd watched a dude pick up an entire couch and chuck it across the pit.
Fuck
like against the wall, and I'm just like, what are you doing, bro? Like we're just dancing, having a good time, and this dude picks up the whole couch and throws that motherfucker. I'm just like,
I feel like that's like a moment to like pause and be like, yo, like what the fuck did you just do, bro? Like,
I also saw
somebody threw a whole couch, bro.
Yeah. I also watched Josh Scoggin from Norma Jean / The Chariot climb a scaffolding piece on the side of the stage up like probably 15-20 feet in the air, and just fucking take his shirt off and then dive into the pit. That was pretty wild.
They caught him though, right?
Dude broke his nose that night.
Damn.
I was gonna say if that man didn't get hurt at least
Bro,
a little bit,
I
like
know there's
Bro,
lore behind like these
homie broke
shows
his
getting
nose.
crazy, but like throwing a couch,
Yeah.
Shit
bro,
like
that
that happen
is
a lot though. Like that kind of shit would like.
you'd be surprised, bro. At these
Yeah,
metal
that's what I'm
shows,
saying. Yeah,
the
yeah.
pits get out of control, bro. People start windmilling, throwing haymakers, couches apparently now.
Yeah.
That's
Windmills and couches.
crazy.
Yep.
That's insane.
That's
Crazy
nuts.
shit, man.
that's
good
some
times,
wild shit.
What would you say your favorite thing is about performing?
Just like the way that you, like, especially in smaller venues, like I haven't really played in front, like the biggest crowd I've played in front of was probably 500 people. Like I've never
That's still a
played like
decent crowd, though.
Yeah, that's
That's
not.
two.
That's
I've
not
never
small
played the
numbers.
like 2, 3, 10,000 arena shit
Yeah,
like some people do. But yeah, especially in smaller venues with like 200 or less people, you
yeah,
feel like way more connected to the bands. Like they're usually more willing to like actually like sit and chill with you as opposed to like someone that's been playing to 10,000 folks a night for the last 3 years nonstop. Like it's
Right,
just
right.
a
right.
different energy.
That
It's a
makes
more
sense.
like familial energy,
Hmm.
and like hearing other people like sing your lyrics back to you and
Yeah,
like knowing that something that like came from your head and heart like impacted somebody else enough that they want to remember that shit. That's
yeah.
fucking wild to me.
That must be
No,
an
that is
amazing
pretty crazy,
feeling.
bro.
It's the coolest. Yeah, when I was playing with Surface and Breathe for a while, we had a song called Digital Currency that every single time we played it, everyone in the crowd was singing it back to us, and it was
Nice.
nuts. And I'm just
That's
like,
like a really good feeling, bro.
yeah, it's crazy.
All right, so this next thing we're gonna do is a group question, right? So I think Face, I'm gonna have you answer it first if that's cool.
Not really, but go ahead.
So
I know the
if you
question, so it's all right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, if you were stranded on an island and only allowed a speaker and one album from any genre, what would it be and why?
Bro, I know that this was my concept, yeah, so and
Yeah.
I have given it very little thought. So let me think for a second.
He says I came up with the question and gave it no thought for my answer.
Yeah. I was trying to come up with a good question and I was like, yo, wait there, maybe I should come up with an answer.
Yeah.
So personally, alright, so this is like kind of outside of the box in terms of like hip hop terms, because like a lot of people don't rate the album, but it's got like special meaning for me.
Mhm.
Nipsey Hussle, Crenshaw, the Crenshaw album.
Okay, that's actually a really good
It's-
album, bro.
yeah.
There's a lot of fire songs on that album, bro.
Yeah. But like a lot of people would like rate it that highly, but it represents a time in my life more than anything. It's not like it's a great album, but it just represents something, you know? Yeah.
But just like the time that you connect with it, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
I get that.
That's a lot of what music is. A lot of it is like it resonates with who you were at the time you heard it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Every time you listen to it, you go back to the first time you heard it and like
Yup.
what was going on in your life at the time. And
Yeah.
I feel that for sure.
I'll go.
What about you, Dad?
Like, I'll go a step further. Even like listening to playlists, because like I'm 23, so like my playlist has evolved so much.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Like, when I'm listening to something specific or I'll go through and listen to like playlists, and it'll like remind me and bring me back like the vibes
Right.
of like that time. So like that's fire.
Yeah. What about you, Dad? What album would you go with?
I'm split. Either it's NF's Perception album or The Search. Both of those were
Okay.
masterpieces. Perception? No. Is it Perception or Therapy Session? I forget which one. But those songs were like the first songs that like I broke off of like mainstream rap at the time, and like those songs
Right.
almost like make me cry. Like those are like the only songs I could do that. So like I don't know. But
Yeah.
like I like The Search because like the creativity with it. The Search in general is amazing.
Right.
Like production wise, storytelling wise, it's insane.
Makes sense. So for me, my album I would go with, this is gonna sound crazy, but hear me out. Kendrick Lamar, Mad City.
That's a solid album.
That's
a
a good pick.
solid
That's a good
album
pick.
for me.
Cause like for me, bro, like I need variety in my music, and I was thinking right now, I'm
Yeah.
like, what album can I think of that has the most like has like because for me, I don't want just the same vibe all the time. You know, like if I get like an
Yeah.
Eminem CD or a Lil Wayne CD, I'm getting the same vibe every song, and like
Fact.
I need some variety. And as much as like Kendrick may not be my favorite artist, I'm like in terms of vibes, bro. Every song on Mad City was something different. You had Mad City,
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah,
Then you had Poetic Justice, completely different vibe. Then you had
Yeah.
Money Trees. You
Yeah.
had Money Trees, completely different vibe. Then
yeah,
you had
yeah,
Bitch
yeah.
Don't
Facts.
Kill My Vibe, whole different vibe. Then you had
Yeah.
Swimming Pools. I mean, none of the
Oh
songs
shit, yeah.
missed, and they all had different vibes on them. So that's what I would go with that one for the variety of
That's
it.
solid. That's
What about
solid. That's a top 5 for me for sure.
what
Yeah.
about you, Chase? What album
Oh
you
yeah.
going with?
I'm torn between two.
Which two?
Uh, either As Cities Burns, Come Now Sleep, or 2014 Forest Hill Drive by
Oh,
J. Cole.
oh,
Both of
those
those
are tough.
records are massive for me.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah.
because that 2014 one is so hard to say no to that.
Facts.
Yeah.
Bro, especially just because like at the time that was like an icon of music
Yeah.
history. It's not even just hip hop, just music itself that was iconic.
Right.
Yeah.
Forest Hill Drive was like it had everything you wanted in it. That's a variety album too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
another one.
for sure.
If you like that one had every song on it was a different vibe and none of them missed.
Yeah,
Facts.
for
That's
That's
sure.
fact.
tough. That's tough. I personally might have to go with the J Cole album, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're both just really massive albums for me in totally different
hmm
ways.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like the shit that I was going through at the time, the first time I heard them, like it
hmm
just connected. It just did not miss.
Yeah.
J.
That
Cole
makes
during
a lot
that
of
time
sense.
didn't have many misses either. Like that.
He was super consistent back then. That was
He's a
that was
goat.
that was like back when rap was good. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Hey,
That's
hopefully
the
it's coming
glory
back.
days, bro.
I
Hopefully it's coming
mean,
back.
We about to bring it back. That's what's gonna happen.
Facts.
yeah.
You know what I mean? We have to do this ourselves.
If you're not something that like one of my mentors told me a long time ago when I started writing music was that if you can't find what it is that you want to hear and you want to connect to, then you've got like you owe it to yourself and the world to go out and create it.
Yeah.
That's fact.
No, that's 100% facts though.
That's like
All
music
right.
as a
Like
whole.
when you just got that itch for like that sound and that vibe that you really want and you
Mm-hmm.
can't find it anywhere else, you got to
Yeah.
go make that shit, bro.
That's very
That's
true.
fact.
Got to go create it.
So Chase, are you okay if we wrap it up?
Yeah, dude.
It
It's
was
been
really
good chatting
nice
with you
talking
guys.
to you, bro. I miss you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna start calling you more often. I know I try to text you throughout the week, but you know life's busy, bro. I know you got your own life going on too, so I try not to bug you too much. But
Yeah, just hit me up and let me
yes,
know.
sir.
Just be like, hey, is it a good time to call?
Yes,
And
sir.
I'll say yeah, or call me back in like an hour or two.
Bad,
And either way, if I'm not where I can answer, I
yeah,
will get back to you.
I appreciate that, bro.
For sure.
You got any promo that you want to do before we do the outro? Any new music you want to tell people you got, or shows, or events?
We got an event next week that I'm hosting. It's going to be at Something Art Cafe,
Okay.
1900 Aggie Road in Jonesboro. It's going to be Cora from Memphis, Ruined God also from Memphis, and then some local homies, Rabbit and Red and I Am the Catalyst are going to be
Nice.
chilling too.
How
And it's
much
going
are
to be
tickets?
dope.
How much are tickets, and where can people buy them?
It's $15 at the door. You can pay cash or Cash App.
Okay.
Arkansas Underground Entertainment or cash. And love to see anybody that can be there. Come hang
Yes,
out. It's
sir.
gonna be a
Yes,
good
sir.
time.
And what day and what place again? Just so the fans here
It
know.
is Saturday the 26th. Doors at 5:30. Show is going to be at 6 o'clock. We're
Yes,
going till
sir.
probably 11 or 12. It's gonna be dope.
All right, y'all hear that, Threats to the Hood?
Hell
We
yeah.
gonna need you to be there, and don't be a square when you get there. You heard?
Yep. Follow
This guy.
follow what haunts us on all platforms. Follow
Yes,
Arkansas
sir.
Underground Entertainment on all platforms,
Make sure you go check out their new
and we'll kick
music
it.
on iTunes and Spotify. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We
Hell yeah.
appreciate you coming on HoodThreat Unfiltered, Chase. I love you, bro. It's very
Yes,
nice
sir.
having you on the pod. A lot of fun. You were very entertaining. Thank you for letting us know about your music career, man. Sounds like things are
Okay,
going
man.
awesome for you, bro, and we're looking forward to your new music, bro.
Thanks, man. Much
Yes,
love, bro.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right.
Peace.
Peace out, guys.
All right. Peace.
From the trenches of sound to the bird brain lore, and humane drops wisdom that you can't ignore. French finesse with the feathers in flight. Young Dead keeps it raw like a battle at night. They talk hip-hop, but the emu war too, where Australia fought birds until they withdrew. Mic check to the squawk, echoing the past. Hood threats got stories that are built to last. Unfiltered voices shaking the ground.